quite impressive, isn't it? Later on we're going to take a walk up that gulch, that gorge, and see what's going on up there. There's an old mine around here. This was an old mining town. We'll have to find out what it was they mined around here. But there's no mining now, but it's a tourist attraction. It's a very cool old western town. Look at this architecture.
Yeah. That's what you were looking at.
Interesting. This is looking straight down Main Street.
Because I went to take my card and they $10. Really?
I think the town was founded in the 1890s, and it's really cool that they retained some of the period architecture, maintained it. That's really nice. Well, you have your upstream Creede and your downstream Creede. Right now, I'd say we are downstream. Cute little town. So we're here at Sully's Speed Shop in Creede, Colorado. Yesterday I had a problem. the gauge on my dashboard that shows the alternator output. The needle kept going really high. Didn't go all the way up and make the little red light come on, but it kept going high and it was scaring me. So I called the mechanic. I think he's probably the only mechanic around. He was in Durango getting parts. So it took him all day to get back. He came by last night where we were boondocking, and he had his little diagnostic tool there, the little computerized diagnostic thing. And there's nothing wrong with the alternator or the voltage regulator. The battery is taking a full charge. The alternator is putting out what it's supposed to do. The problem is that gauge. Gauge is broken, and it's when the alternator starts putting out more, that needle is supposed to climb, and then when the alternator drops, that needle is supposed to drop, but it doesn't. It stays in the same place, and then sometimes it climbs high and starts scaring me. But there's nothing wrong with the alternator or the voltage regulator. There's no loose connection. Well, there is one loose connection. That's the battery cable to the positive pole is loose, but I knew that. But that wasn't causing the issue. It was a bad gauge. But I'm going to have him replace that cable on the battery terminal, because I have had a few instances where I go to start the engine, I turn the key and it just goes click. I get absolutely nothing, so I have to go out, lift the hood, wiggle that little clamp around, and then it'll start. So he's going to replace that that connection, that connector. That shouldn't cost too much, and then I won't have to worry about that. He also discovered that there's a speed sensor on the right front wheel that's not working, and that's something I can replace myself. First chance I get to, we're going to be heading down towards Durango. If I see an auto parts store, I'll get that sensor and I'll replace it myself. That might have caused problems with the transmission not shifting properly, I think. Again, I'm not a mechanic, but he opens at 10 o'clock. It's almost 10 o'clock. It's Friday. He should be here any minute. We'll get this thing repaired. We'll get back on the road. It's Friday. I want to find a camping place out in the mountains soon, so I don't have to deal with the weekenders, because I'm sure those campsites fill up fast. So we'll check in with you again after we get out of here and find a place to camp.